Right now it's just a little bit overwhelming because we're getting ready to go on the trip in 4 days, and I have to pack up everything on this boat. Nicole, fortunately, is cooking meals and getting us provision for food, but I'm completely overwhelmed here. Down here it still looks very nice. The big thing was this Blue Water Runner sail. It's a twin head sail, and it weighs about 100 pounds. And this is where it goes. I don't know. I think the only way to get it out at this point would be to unzip it and just pull it out of the top hatch there. So I honestly have no idea, and I know the sail's great, but boy, it takes a lot of room. I still have to put away this Code Zero sail. These are cushions. This is the storm jib I mentioned, and all this. Don't know where it's going to go. We have a...
It's your boat?
Yes, sir. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Tom Haldis. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry to disturb you.
No, you're not disturbing me at all. I appreciate you helping out here.
Oh, thank you.
This is really good.
Ja, nej, det där byter vi istället, så att jag tänker jag börjar och bort med pulpitar. Jag får nog ha tag i någon som kan koppla med.
Little crack in the tow rail, so I mean you can see here they have pre-made pieces. It looks like they're going to put these back on there. So I had a question for Ludwig, and I asked him where the water maker filled the water tanks, and he wasn't sure, so we're coming back up to the yard to look at a few 44s in production to answer that question. This is hull number 76 that we're stepping on.
Det kanske du kan svara på också.
This is the deepest part of the bilge, and that's where you'll see the access hatch.
Ja. Här har de pluggat efter watermaken där nere. Jag får ju såga bort den, jag får inte gå där.
So it comes into the starboard spare, and then that just fills everything up and around.
Yes.
Okay, so those are the filling points right there.
Yes.
Thanks, yeah. So here's a chance to look underneath the skirt of the Hallberg Rossi 44. This is a nice shot just from the front. Retractable bow thruster. Interestingly, the entry points to those rudders are just basically at or a little bit above the water line. So if something were to happen to your rudder, you would go on the opposite tack. But it is just a beautiful piece of workmanship, inside and out. So back to this felt. Looks like we're applying goop.
Sorry?
What is that white stuff? What is?
Oh, it's I don't know. It's in English.
Okay. Sealant
Maybe you can
adhesive.
read it in English there.
Yeah. Okay. Here's where the magic is. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Yeah.
Very.
Thank you.
I don't know how you think. Is it
Oh.
more nice with the grey or?
Either or. I don't care.
No, you don't care.
Yeah. No. I like them both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is resistant against water.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't
Naturally
care.
resistant. Yep. Yeah. Yep.
It's not many kind of woods who isn't.
Yes.
The mostly kind don't like water. I mean,
Sure.
So teak is a perfect wood for the boats. I mean, outside.
So we have more trip preparations happening here. I am just putting on a Dan buoy, which is a sort of a inflatable. It's not always inflatable, but it's this yellow thing, and it's a way of spotting somebody if they fall overboard. Over here is Tim. He's working on putting our Fortress Kedge anchor in its bag and seeing what it looks like. And then here is Nicole. She's working on some other projects. What are you doing, hon?
I'm epilating.
Okay, you look very good.
Best way to secure the
So now that the Hallberg Rossi guys have left the yard, we've got the B team in here. Oh, we have a microwave. And how is this thing secured?
Well, using kite string.
So we're securing the microwave so that Jeff can have pizza.
Yes.
The first leg of our journey starts at Ellis, Sweden, where we leave the marina and then quickly encounter 42-knot winds at the famous lighthouse, at probably the most narrow point of the trip. We're almost blown onto the rocks, but narrowly escape with full throttle, crabbing into the wind. We then continue north up to Liskill. How much wind do we have?
The wind speed's 15.
Yeah. Feels like a lot more than that. And here comes the rain. Oh my gosh, look at the mist. Look at that wind.
Yeah, look at the spray off the. See the spray coming off the rock. Nice summer sail, Sweden.
And we had the scariest moment of the trip
In the first 5 minutes.
in the first 5 minutes as we were leaving Ellis, Sweden, and the wind hit 36 knots as we were literally just going through the narrowest part of the journey. And it's reminds me of the saying when we flew airplanes, is that I'd rather be on the ground wishing I was in the air than in the air wishing I was on the ground. And I was wishing I was still at the dock, and because we lost all visibility, and despite the engine it was pushing us onto the rocks next to that lighthouse, the camera cut out, but we made it through, and it was still a little dicey for a while. But now we're headed into Listershall. Beautiful little town, nice little steeple. The wind has calmed down. Hopefully it stays calm so we can have a nice uneventful docking, and we're going to go through our customs process and have... We are in harbor right now, and things are much better tied to the dock. This is the super crew, and we're going to hang out here until the wind dies down. This was too much today. It's actually the perfect arrangement. It's keeping us off. I don't know if you can see this, but we got 40-knot winds. This guy made it in okay, but his buddy here is now broaching sideways. No joke, you don't mess around up here, and we opted to stay in today, which was a great decision. All fueled up and departing Listershall. Spelled Liskill, but I think it's Listershall. Tim, do you know how to pronounce that? Listershall. So here we have. So how are the conditions here? Take a look at this fishing boat, diving through the waves. Boom. We've got a couple tankers, and then we're headed towards this behemoth. We'll see what that brings. So 9 knots, 18 knots of wind. We got about 20 degrees of heel now.
This is what it's all about, guys.
This is our second tour of duty together.
This one's going very smoothly.
Very smooth, yep. Nice quiet ride so far. It's actually nice here in the cabin. Boy oh boy, it's an angry day outside. Lots of
So we should be down at off the island about midnight tonight.
There he is. Right now, true wind speed is 14 to 15 knots. We're about 45 degrees off the wind, and we're upper 7s, touching 8 every once in a while. We're really pinching here just to try and gain some more sea room, as the wind is still a little bit too far south for our liking. But later on this evening it's supposed to veer off to the west, which will allow us to turn more west, and then we can head to where we want to go. Tell by the stove we got a pretty impressive heel going. It's about 20 degrees. The stern berth here, where I'm gonna just chill out for a little bit. That's the spot right there in that corner. As long as we don't switch tacks, I should be safe. I'm actually just reminded of what an impressive tool this boat is right now. I was just, ooh, we just hit something big there. If something goes wrong here. This was actually a good example of the slamming that we had to endure during our trip. It was definitely worse motoring upwind compared to sailing upwind, but you can see in this instance it occurred while sailing. Seas. We have a pretty big swell coming from the west, and we're about 50 miles or so from the tip of Denmark. We got Genoa and a big bay. As we enter the night, you can see the amount of traffic that we're trying to avoid as we're on watch. There's frequent targets, and you can see in this portion of the Kattegat, which is the sea in between Denmark and Sweden, that there is quite a bit of traffic that needs to be avoided. Cool shot seeing these windmills right next to the bridge. I'm coming to you from Port de Larogue, France, just around the corner from Cannes. And I'll end the video there. I don't think that the video really captured how truly unpleasant that whole experience was. The fact that we encountered 42 knot winds leaving Ilos, and then just the upwind sailing all the way down the Skagerrak and Kattegat. It was just, it really just was not enjoyable. The boat was slamming quite a bit, and quite frankly, we were pretty discouraged at this point. The next installment will be our voyage through the Kiel Canal, and then even more nightmarish type sailing in the North Sea, which has now become my least favorite place to sail a boat. Thank you again for watching, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button. It does make a difference.